everyone! How are you? Are you alright? I hope you're all well. By the way, I am Adrian ng Castrojo, a BSed English 1 Black Bee student at Rizal Memorial State University main campus. In today's video, I'll talk about the learning resources I created for English 7, 8, 9, and 10. I created these tools to aid junior high students in achieving competency mastery in a particular lesson. Let's get started without further ado. So for the 7th grade, the competency that I chose was select an appropriate colloquial or idiomatic word or expression as a substitute for another word or expression. So, because the focus of this competency is colloquial and idiomatic expressions, I created a computer-based learning material since there's an app that is being involved, which is a 6-minute podcast using the app Anchor, entitled Colloquial Language and Idiomatic Expression by yours truly. I also published this podcast so that there are other people who can listen to it. I decided to make a podcast to motivate and focus them. Because kids are only hearing a voice, this will also be a good practice for them to pay attention in the class discussion. In this podcast, I discuss the differences between colloquial language and idiomatic expressions, as well as some examples to help students understand when and how to use them, particularly as a substitute for another word or expression. This material will be called Listen and Learn, and it will be used inside the classroom. I'll let the grade 7 kids listen to it, and then I'll give them an exam to see if they paid attention and understood everything that was being taught in the podcast. Explain the meaning of a word through structural analysis was the competency I chose for the 8th grade, which includes prefixes, suffixes, and word roots. Prefixes, roots, and suffixes are the core of this competency, which is why I prepared a printed material to help students grasp them. For English 8, I created a pamphlet titled The World of Prefixes, Suffixes, and Word Roots. So the reason why I prepared a pamphlet for the 8th grade students is that at this level, they are now ready for individual learning. Students can read the definitions of the 3 in the content, which also includes examples to aid comprehension. There are practices that the students must accomplish in each topic. Following that, they will be given a far more challenging assessment to see if they have truly learned anything from what they have read in the pamphlet. For English 9, the competency that I chose was provide words or expressions appropriate for a given situation. For this year level, I created a Google Classroom where I have also posted a toolkit that contains information about using expressions appropriate to the situation, how to express agreement, partial agreement, or disagreement, and they can also find examples in there. After they have read the material, they have to turn in their pre-test, learning activities, and assessment outputs because it is necessary for me to know if they really understand the lesson or not. Because they have already grown up, I believe this year level is now better prepared in terms of individual and technological learning. They can always read the information in the Google Classroom, and they will now practice encoded outputs in the years ahead. Give expanded definitions of words was the competency that I chose for the 10th grade. So for this year level, I created a PowerPoint presentation for the mastery of this competency. This presentation contains all about expanded definition as well as approaches and examples for expanding a definition, which will be useful in writing any creative output. Following that, students will be given a few activities to complete before being handed an assignment at the conclusion of the discussion. That's all for today. I am going to end my discussion here. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope that you learned a lot today. Again, this is Adrian Plant Pakulanang Castrojo. Bye everyone. See you in my next videos. Adios.